So I was looking at my purchases from last year and I realized something that shocked me. I wasn't just wasting money, I was literally paying money to make my life more stressful. And the weirdest part was I thought I was being very responsible and smart with money. Let me explain. It started when I was cleaning out my cupboards and drawers and I came across things that I had never used. Expired products, clothes I'd only worn twice, or the gadgets that were still in their fancy boxes. So here's a list of some of the smart purchases that actually backfired. Cheap clothes, the budget conscious choice. Okay, hear me out. This really got to me because I thought I was being very smart. I would look at a deal which would say $2.99 for a t-shirt and I would think, what a wonderful deal. I'll get 3 of them. And I would feel great about this purchase. For the first wash, the second wash too. But then things changed. These would either shrink so much that they wouldn't fit a teenager, or they would expand so much that they would look like a tent. The colors would fade so much that it would look like I was wearing vintage clothes. And so every time I would want to get ready, I would look at my cupboard and I'd feel really bad. So not only was I then spending time trying to replace these clothes, but I would also feel so guilty because I was giving away clothes that I wouldn't have worn much. I was buying new clothes so frequently and I was never feeling put together enough. That's when I realized I was spending more time and mental energy for the budget-friendly wardrobe than if I would have just bought fewer and better quality pieces in the first place. Just in case items. This one was a big one for me because I would buy so many things thinking, what if I need them someday? Like a really cute notebook, even though I have unused ones in my home. A heavy jacket in case I go to a cold place someday. A fancy kitchen gadget for making smoothies because it's time to become healthy, even though I've never used it till now. It's still in the box 2 years later. The problem was not just the money, but also the mental clutter. Every time I would open cupboards and see these just in case items, I would be reminded of the things that I'm not using and then I would feel guilty about it. And the funny part is, the times that I actually needed any of those items, I never found them. Bulk buying, the responsible adult trap. Whenever I would see these huge family packs at supermarket, I would think, look at me, I'm being so responsible with money because the per unit price is always cheaper. So I would come home with 10 packets of biscuits or cookies and think I was being very smart with money. And then the reality would hit. First, the space. The kitchen cupboards were looking like they were preparing for some kind of emergency, and I would stuff things wherever there was space and then forget what I had where. The second thing is, I realized something very interesting about my brain. When I have a lot of something, I don't ration it carefully. I end up thinking there's plenty more where it came from, and so I end up consuming it much faster than I normally would. Once I got this really premium box of cookies and I thought they're going to last me for months. But then I ended up eating them in 2 weeks because they were just there. And then there is this expiry issue. Sometimes I would rediscover things after they would have expired and they were not safe to be used anymore. But the thing which bothered me the most was the mental clutter, because every time I would open the cupboard, it would be like I was on a treasure hunt to find something. So I started asking myself this one question before making a purchase. Is this going to make my day-to-day life easier or harder? Is this a good deal, or will it actually improve my daily experience of living? And so now with this, I'm actually better with money. The per unit cost is more, but at least I'm not constantly replacing stuff or duplicating stuff that I forgot I had. With less mental clutter, there is less decision fatigue and I have more mental space. Why this happens is because we're constantly given messages of what are smart decisions. Buy in bulk, choose the cheapest option, be prepared for every scenario. And these are not bad ideas, they actually work really well. But the problem comes when we don't think about our specific scenarios, hidden costs, or actual needs. So the biggest shift for me is being okay with good enough, instead of always optimizing for the best decision possible. So I guess what I learned is that good money management isn't always about getting the best deals or saving the most money possible. It's about actually making decisions which are going to improve and better our day-to-day living. So that's it for this video. See you soon in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.